All right, guys, welcome to High Leverage Baseball. This is a test game of the fictional players. Now, you're going to see something a little bit confusing, but I'll explain that in just a second. I have batters made up for basically the first 6 teams of the fictional league, and here we have the Firehawks. You can see the Firehawks. They have the red and orange color. And then we have the Archers, which have kind of this funky blue-green and the yellow-gold. I don't have the pitchers made up, so I'm going to use some regular Major League Baseball pitchers. These are the Twins and Oakland. Oakland pitchers, the Archers are using Oakland's pitchers, and the Firehawks are using Minnesota's pitchers. Basically, this is a batter's test. I want to run the game. I'm very excited to have a test run of the batters before I go on and finish the pitcher's cards. So in this game, we're going to take the Archers on, excuse me, against the Firehawks. We're going to see what happens. One thing I want to explain, you're going to see a rating on the batters, or on all the players' cards. You can kind of see 2 stars, 1 star, 1 star, 2 stars, etc. The stars are actually a good thing. When a player has a 0 star, like Drake Reed, no stars, Juan Kalunga, no stars, Bobby Stanton, no stars. They're just, journeyman players. They're average players, nothing spectacular. But when a player has 1 star, it means either they're a good batter, they have decent power, decent speed. If they have 2 stars, it could mean they're a great batter or they're a great power hitter. So when they get up to 4 stars or 5 stars, they're actually really, really rock solid. 300, 310 hitter, 40 home runs. So anytime you see a star, it means they have some pretty decent qualities. So anytime when you're watching the game, just watch for the starred players and just know they are quality. So Blackburn is a righty. I'm going to make sure I notate that. And Richardson is a righty. All right, so I have my score sheet here. We're going to get into the game. The Archers are leading off, and Simeon Woods Richardson is down to 16 on his fatigue starting the inning. Here we go, red, white, blue, 827. 827 on red, white, blue is going to be a strikeout, so that's how we start the game, with the old strikeout. That's just exactly what we needed. All right, Josh Anderson is up, red, white, blue. 129 is a walk. Let me just check here. So we have a base on balls. I'm going to use my scoring system. A base on balls for Josh Anderson. He has a good jump rating, A, but not a good steal rating, D. So we're going to let him sit there, and we'll see what happens. Richardson loses a fatigue point for the walk. Red, white, blue for James Grimm. For the Archers, 313 is going to be a ball in play. And 650, that's going to be an out, and he is a righty. So 50 on a righty is a fly out right field. Anderson will stay at first. And we have up Ricky Obando, right field. He has 3 stars. Now I want to look at this a little bit. Decent power and decent average, and look at his speed. AAA jump, A steal. So he has power, speed, and a little bit of an average. So he's a rock solid player. He's batting 4th. 957. Here we have the RV rating, the rookie and veteran. This is going to come into play in the fictional league as they develop. I don't have those rules down yet. I don't have the charts finalized. So this is just going to push to the balls in play for this example play. And we have 176. That's going to be an out. 76 on a lefty is going to be ground out second base. All right, so we have, let's see, no runs for the Archers, top of the first. And leading off for the Firehawks is Eli Sheffield, a two-star player. And Sheffield, let's see, pretty decent power for a leadoff hitter. He can get on base. He's a lot of singles, reasonable doubles and home runs. And he walks, so he is really good with walking, really good with getting on base, really good with hitting. Curious to see how he does against Paul Blackburn here. 0-28 is going to be a possible error, so we push to the ball and play chart. And we have 7-23. That is going to be an out. 23 on a righty is a fly out left field. So this has a potential to be an error. Whenever you have an error check, 1-20 is a range check, and the rest is an error check. So fly ball left field. The left fielder is Anderson. He's a C. 1-53. This is going to be an error, and it is not. So Sheffield is out, fly ball left field. We had a strong chance for an error to lead off the game. Corey Lennox is the catcher, one-star player. No power, but he can hit for average, and he can get on base. So let's see what happens. 0-0-9, we have another error check. How about that? So we're going to push the ball and play. 263. 63 on a lefty is going to be a ground ball to the second baseman. The second baseman is a B. Let's see if it's a range check. It is a range check. So it's a ground ball second base. On a range check, if he fails the range check, it could be a single. His range is neutral, and he does not fail the range check, so that's just a ground ball. So we've got two air checks or two fielding checks right out of the gate in the bottom of the first inning. Wade Landry is up, and he is a one-star player. He can hit for average. He can get on base, so 5-0-2 is going to be a ball in play. And we have 4-16, which is going to be an out. 16 is going to be a fly out left field. So 1-2-3 inning for the Firehawks. Landry is going to, let me shuffle him back to the back of the pile here. And Nick Thompson is going to lead off for the Archers. Let me drop his fatigue down to 14. Nick Thompson is a two-star player. Really, really good power. So he strikes out a lot, and he hits a lot of home runs. He is batting fifth for the Archers. We have 034, and that is a park. We do not have a ballpark associated with this, so we're just going to finish off with a ball and play. 431 is going to be an out on a righty. 31 is a fly out center field. I should mention, for anybody that is new to the game, anytime you get a park check or an injury check, you don't have to use these rules. So basically the way high leverage baseball is structured is that you can a la carte anything you want. You don't have to play with injuries. You don't have to play with ballpark checks. You don't have to play with any of that. You don't have to play with rare plays. It will not mess up the game if you ignore these. It will simply push it to the ball and play. Statistically, it will stay locked in. So basically, it's almost like having, I wouldn't say an advanced game, but you can play a la carte. You can play with whatever features you want, and it keeps the flow really, really simple. So if you don't want ballpark checks, if you don't want rare plays, you don't have to use them. It's not going to mess up anything statistically. All right, so Koyangi, all right. Yoshio Koyangi, first base. He is pretty decent average, maybe 280 hitter, and he walks a little bit. One out. 417 is a ball in play, and 023 just missed a dinger, and that is going to be a double for Simeon. So we will, Koyangi goes to second, and Richardson is going to be taken down to a 13. Let me just make a note here. So a double for Koyangi. Tony Calendar is up. The catcher. Red, white, blue, 714. That is going to be a ball in play. And 463 is going to be an out. 63 on a righty is going to be ground ball second base. Let's see if we have any runner advancement. With a runner on second, if ball hit the second, 1-3 of 1 to 6. Runners advance. Okay, so 4 to 3. Runner advances to third. So I have a runner on third, 2 outs. And we have the third baseman, which is Nick McLean. I want to say something about the card stock on these. The card stock on these fictionals is really, really solid. It's really thick, really durable. I'm really happy with how those came out. So Nick is up. Not a lot of pop in his bat. Maybe a 260 hitter. He can get on base with some walks. Let's see what happens. 179 just misses a walk. It is a ball in play. And we have 882, which is a single. So McLean singles. That is going to score Koyangi. And that's going to take 2 fatigue points off Richardson. Is 1-0 for the Archers. The first official run for fictional league players. Preston Bennett is up in the 9th spot. He has no power at all. So he's pretty much an average hitter, no power. 001 is a rare play. How about that? You're only going to get a rare play on average about every 7.5 games. So let's see what happens. 299 for the rare play for Preston Bennett. We have a lot of rare plays in the rule book. So there's a lot of different things that can happen. And let's see, a 299 is outfield, catch, or trap. So a diving outfielder claims a catch on a low liner. Challenge. The manager argues the ball hit the grass first or a trap, making it a hit. So Preston Bennett is a righty. The ball was hit to left field. We're going to try to see if we're going to try to overturn this from a out call to a trapped and a single. So 1 to 50 will be a single to left field. And anything else? Yep, it is a single to left field. So runner's going to go to second on that. Preston Bennett, who's at the bottom of the pile here. We have Ray Perez. First and second, we have to take Richardson's stamina down to a 10 because that's a single. First and second, 2 outs for Perez, who struck out leading off the game. 154 is a walk. So all of a sudden, we have bases loaded, and it is 2 outs. We have Josh Anderson up, who is a good hitter, not really good at walking, doesn't have the best eye, but he can hit. 883 is a strikeout. How about that? So that shuts things down. We have the, whoops, I messed up the scorebook here. How about that? 1 for the Archers. We'll just do a little scribble action. 1-0 for the Archers, bottom of the second. Sinclair is up facing Blackburn. Blackburn had a 1-2-3 inning to start off the game. And Sinclair is 244 as a ball in play. 424 is going to be an out. So 24 on a lefty is a fly out center field. 4 up, 4 down for Paul Blackburn. Ramon Zamora, 2-star player, really good power. So 946 is a RV. That's going to push to a ball in play. 668 is going to be a ball in play for a righty, or an out. 668, so 68 is going to be a ground out second. 5 up, 5 down. And we have Jesse Rames, right field for the Firehawks. Moderate power, nothing special. Not a bad hitter, not a great hitter. 973 is going to be a possible error check. Push to the ball and play column. 036 is a double. So let's see if it's a range check first. 1 to 20, no. So it is a double. And Rames is a righty. So the double is to center field. Now we have to do an error check. The center fielder is a C. So 1 to 53 is going to be an error in addition to the double. And no, it is not. So Rames is on second, no error. We've had 3 error checks off the Firehawks. Have produced 3 error checks, but nothing so far. They've been very, very lucky. Or I should say the Archers have been very, very lucky to escape an error. Nico Ellington, 816 is a ball in play. And 666 is an out, so that is going to be on a righty. 66, ground ball, second base. That is the end of the inning. So, we go to the top of the third inning. It is 1-0. And what do we have here? James Grimm is up, center field. He flew out to right field in his first at bat. Richardson is down to 8 fatigue in the top of the third inning. 309 is a ball in play. And 539 is going to be an out. So 39 on a righty is going to be a fly out center. Ricky Obando, 3-star player. Ground out to second in his first at bat. 224 is going to be a ball in play. And 197 is going to be an out. So 97 on a righty is going to be a ground out pitcher. Little nubber to the pitcher. 2 up, 2 down. Nick Thompson. A lot of pop in his bat. Flew out to center his first at bat. 649 is going to be a ball in play. Just missed a walk. 272, that's going to be an out. 72 on a righty. It's going to be ground out shortstop. 1-2-3 inning. So it is 1-0 headed into the bottom of the third inning. And Julian Acevedo, center fielder, is up. Blackburn's fatigue is at a 14. Acevedo is average at stealing. Pretty average player, nothing spectacular. Probably going to hit about 240 for you. Let's see, 412 is a ball in play. And 096, this is going to be a single. So a single for Acevedo. Blackburn's fatigue drops to 13. He's a C and a C. His hold is +5. We're going to try to steal Acevedo just for the heck of it. So a hold of a 5, or C, 1 to 40. So it's going to be 1 to 45. He gets a jump. He does get a jump. His stealing is a C. So stealing second, 1 to 50. And the catcher is neutral. So 1 to 50, he's going to steal second. A little risky play, and he is balk. Okay, we have a balk roll on the at pitcher's balk rating, which is a -25. So 1 to 25 is a balk. It is not a balk, so he's thrown out stealing. That was a close one. Thought I'd attempt a steal attempt just to show you guys how it flows. And let's see, Duke, Benton. Not a lot of power, not a lot of pop in his bat. Doesn't walk. He is not likely to get on base. Low on base. 9-13 is going to be a strikeout. So that's 2 outs for the Firehawks. And Eli Sheffield is up. And we have 5:34. That's going to be a ball in play. And 8:47 is going to be a single. So Sheffield gets on first. He has a pretty good jump rating, but we're going to leave him at first because we have 2 outs. Corey Lennox is up. Pretty decent hitter. 7:55. That's going to be a walk. So all of a sudden we got first and second with 2 outs. And we have the third, number 3 hitter, Wade Landry, is up. Let's see, 3:39 is going to be a ball in play. And oh my goodness, this is going to be something saucy here. 0-18. That is a home run, a 3-run blast for Wade Landry. And all of a sudden, we have our first home run in the Fictional League. That's going to take 4 off of Blackburn's fatigue. 3-run blast in the bottom of the third by Wade Landry. Dusty Sinclair is up. And we have 6:48, ball in play. And we have 6:11, which is going to be an out. 11 on a lefty is going to be line out second base. So that is 3 outs. And it is 3-1 Firehawks in the top of the 4th inning. So we did get our first home run. I'm excited to see that. Richardson's fatigue is down to a 7. He's facing Koyangi, which in his first at bat he hit a double. We have an error check. And 2:24, that's going to be an out. 24 on a lefty is going to be a fly out center field. So it is not a range check. Center fielder is Acevedo, a C. 1-53. It is an error. Whoops, we almost rolled it off the table, so we'll re-roll. It is an error. So that is E8 to lead off the top of the 4th inning. Tony Callender is up. Catcher. 4:22 is a ball in play. And we have 8:09. That's going to be an out. 09 on a righty. Line out second. And that is not a double play. Always a chance, a minuscule chance for a double play on a line out. McLean is up. He hit a single and the only RBI for the Archers. We have 1 out. Runner on first. 8:59 is a strikeout. So that's the 3rd strikeout for Simeon Woods Richardson. Bennett is up. 2:62 is a ball in play. And this is going to be juicy. 9:78 is a single. So Bennett hits a single. Let's check the base runner advancement chart. A righty. That is going to left field. Single to left field. And 8 with 2 outs is 1 base. So we have a single, 1 base, first and second. And we have Ray Perez up. Okay. All right, so we have first and second. Ray Perez, the leadoff hitter, is up. He is 1 for 2 with a, no, he's 0 for 1 with a walk. And let me just take fatigue down for Richardson. He's down to 6. Ray Perez, 519 is a ball in play. And 499 is going to be an out. So 99 is going to be a ground out to the pitcher. Doesn't matter. That's going to be a 1-3. And no runs scored for the Archers. So Blackburn comes in. His fatigue is down to a 6. It's a 3-1 game, bottom of the 4th inning. Ramon Zamora is up. 2-0-1 is a ball in play. And 445 is going to be an out. 45 on a righty is a fly out right field. So Rames is up. He had a double last inning, or last at bat, but did not amount to anything. It was a 2-out double. 0-80. That'll be a strikeout. That's the second strikeout for the Firehawks. And for those of you that are curious, the Fictional League is not set up based off modern statistics. You're going to get, a more reasonable, more classic strikeout, more classic home run. You're gonna have your home runs. I think I structured it about 160 or 1 per 9 innings, but you're not going to have the overbearing strikeout amounts of modern baseball. It's going to be a little bit lower than that. Nico, 956. That's RV, so we're going to ignore that and push it to ball and play. 482 on a lefty. Here's a ground out shortstop. 1-2-3 inning. That's exactly what they needed, the Archers, to stay in the game. So we're going to the top of the 5th inning. It is 3-1. Richardson's fatigue is down to a 5. And we have Josh Anderson up 0 for 1 with a walk. 598 is going to be a ball in play. And 730 is going to be an out. So 30 on a right. 30 on a right is going to be fly out left field. 1 out. James Grimm is up 0 for 2. Fly out to right and to center. 155 is a walk. So Grimm is on first. That puts Richardson's fatigue down to a 4. Grimm can steal. Okay, so we have to get this to go. Yeah, we have to get this order to go. He is a triple-A jump. Superstar when it comes to stealing. So we are going to see what happens here with Grimm. 1-80 jump. And hold is -1. So 1-79. And he gets the jump. He does get the jump. And he is a double-A stealing. So 1-83. Oh my goodness, he did not. But wait. E, possible throwing error. So we have to check the catcher. And the catcher is a C. So 1-53, there's going to be a throwing error. If not, he's safe. And it is a throwing error on the catcher. So Grimm goes to second on the throwing error. And Obando is up. We have 2 errors in the last 2 innings. Funny is the Archers or the Firehawks were pulling the error checks, and all of a sudden the Archers have gone on base with 2 errors in 2 innings. So Grimm is on second. Obando is up. And do they want to intentionally walk him? Nick Thompson could hit a home run, so we do not want to set that up for a 3-run homer. 471 is ball in play. And 667 is going to be an out. 67, ground ball second. Runner on second. And Optional to advance. So there's an option for Grimm to advance, and Grimm is a 75 run. I'm going to send him, and I don't think we're going to assume that the defensive team is not going to try to get him because of how fast he runs. So they're going to take the for sure out. Obando is down. Grimm goes to third. Nick Thompson is up. Plenty of power for Nick. And we have 462, which is going to be a ball in play. 045. That's going to be a single. So a single by Thompson. That's going to be an unearned run. So single by Thompson. And it's important that it's an unearned run. It's important to note it's an unearned run because that will not take a fatigue point away from Richardson. They do get a run across the plate. It is 3-2. Koyangi is up. 1 for 2, reached on an air, 191 is a ball in play. And 380 on a lefty. 80 is going to be a ground out shortstop. So we're going to assume he goes 6-4. Fielder's choice doesn't really matter. It is 3-2 in the bottom of the fifth. Julian Acevedo is up, the center fielder for the Firehawks. Blackburn's fatigue's down to a 5, hanging in there. Acevedo, not a lot of pop. 85, strikeout. Acevedo did reach base last at bat with a single. And we have Duke Benton, the shortstop. Struck out in his first at bat, 81, another strikeout. So all of a sudden, Blackburn is cruising along, 6 straight batters after giving up the 3-run homer. He's locking it back in. Eli Sheffield's up 1 for 2. He is 129. Oh, a walk. I thought we were going to get another strikeout. But Sheffield gets on base with a walk. Blackburn's fatigue pushes to a 4. We're not going to try to steal him. And Corey Lennox is up. Runner on first, 2 outs, 231 is a ball in play. And 459 is going to be an out. 59 on a lefty is going to be ground out to the first baseman. That is it for the fifth. It is 3-2. We got a good game going here, and we are headed into the later innings, the 6th inning. Richardson has 2 fatigue points left. So he's starting the 6th inning. We're going to keep an eye on that. Tony Callender is up. He is 0 for 2. And 284 is a ball in play. 028. This could be juicy. That is a double. Callender hits a double off Richardson. Richardson only has 1 fatigue point left. McLean is up. And let's see. These bottom of the barrel guys are pretty good at grounding into a double play. We're going to intentionally walk McLean. So we have first and second no outs. This could be dumb. This could be smart. Let's see what kind of a... Oh my goodness, 988 is going to be an error check. Not exactly what the Firehawks wanted. 988, 301 is going to be on a righty 01. It's going to be a pop-out third base. So, range check. So it's a pop-out to the third baseman. Because it's 20 or lower, it's into shallow outfield, and the third baseman has to do a range check to see if he gets the pop-out. Let's see, the third baseman is Zamora. So he is a neutral. I'm going to walk you guys through this. This is where you can get some exciting plays. So range check on a pop-out. So pop-out, that's air check. And pop out range check. So 1 to 90, he'll race back and get a great catch. So 9 times out of 10, he's going to get this, but there is a small chance he can't range back, and he does get it. So it is a pop out third. Bennett is out. Shallow left field. Perez is up. 1 out, first and second. Have we had a double play in the game yet? No, we have not. 5:31 is a ball in play. And 156 is oh, that just missed a hit. So that is going to be an out. 56 on a righty is going to be a ground out first. Here we are. We could have a chance for a first double play. Ground ball first. 2. If no runners are forced, they hold. Runner on first equals double play. Automatic double play. How about that? 3, 6. We'll just go 3-6-3. 3-6-3, 3-6-1. That is it. Top of the 6th inning is done. 3-2. The intentional walk paid off for the Firehawks. Blackburn is in. He has 3 fatigue points. It is the bottom of the 6th inning. Blackburn is actually doing pretty good for giving up 3 runs as far as fatigue. Landry is up. He hit the 3-run home run his last at bat. Red, white, blue, 164 is going to be a ball in play. And we have 6:30. That's going to be an out. So 30 on the right is a fly out left field. And we have Dusty Sinclair is up. 0 for 2. 454 is going to be a ball in play. 075 is going to be a single. So single for Sinclair. I can get this pen to stop working against me. Single for Sinclair. Blackburn's fatigue drops to a 2. Sinclair is not a threat to steal, so we're just going to leave that off the books. Zamora is 0 for 2. Red, white, blue, 585 is going to be a ball in play. 887 single. So that is a single by Zamora. He is a righty, and that single goes to left field. So a single to left field. And let's see what we have here. Single to left field. There's only 1 out. 8. Runner advances 1. So we have first and second. Blackburn is down on 1 fatigue. He gives up another fatigue point. We're going to need to remove him, or he's going to start getting, or open the door to get hammered. Jesse Rames is up. 1 for 2 with a double. Red, white, blue, 363 is a ball in play. And 48 on a righty is going to be a fly out right field. That is 2 outs. Ellington is up. Nico Ellington, 0 for 2 with 2 ground balls today. And we dropped the dice. 278. It's not a game unless you drop the dice once, right? So we'll just count that 278 ball in play. And 317, so that's going to be an out. 17 on a lefty is going to be a fly out left field. So that's it. 3 outs in the 6th. It is 3-2 headed in the top of the 7th inning. And Woods Richardson's going to have to be replaced because his fatigue is down to 0. So let me bring in a reliever here. And we will bring in Josh Staumont. Excuse me if I'm pronouncing his name wrong. Staumont. His fatigue starts at a 5, it goes to a 4 once he enters the game. So Grimm is up. No, wait, yeah. No, Anderson is up, excuse me. 278 is a ball in play. And 634, that's going to be an out. 34 on a righty. is going to be fly out center field. Okay, so Grimm has some speed. If you remember last at bat, he got on with a base on balls, and he tried to steal second, and there was a throwing error. So what do we have? 835 is a walk. Grimm is on first again. You do not want to walk Grimm. Stalmont's fatigue drops. When we're going to try to steal Grimm again, how can you not? With a triple A jump. So triple A jump, 1-80, successful jump. The hold of Stalmont is even. So he does get the jump, a double A, 1-83. Are you kidding me? 2 times in a row we roll high and we get a throwing error check. That is just incredibly crazy. That is baseball, right? It is another throwing error. The odds of that happening are ridiculous. And it just occurred. So we have our third error by the Firehawks. I've been playing I play a lot of these games, and that is the first time I've ever had. I play a lot of high leverage baseball. It's the first time I've had 3 errors by any team. I've never had a catcher throwing error in all the games I've played to date. Probably about 60 games, and now we have 2. So Obando is up. 357 ball in play. 092. That is a single. So Obando is a righty. That's a single to left field. Single to left field. And there is 1 out. 4. Single to left field, 1 plus an option. So Grimm is speedy. Let's try to throw him out. Why not? So Grimm is a 75 runner. The left fielder is a normal arm. 1 to 75. And he is safe. So single. Grimm scores. And because they threw home, the runners are going to advance. So now we have runners on second and third. Stalmont is down to 2 fatigue. Runners on second and third, 1 out. That is a tie game, 3-3. And Nick Thompson is up. Red, white, blue, 150 is going to be a walk. Now we have the bases loaded. Stalmont, the reliever, is down to 1 fatigue. It's going to be a miracle if he survives this inning. Koyangi is up, 1 for 3. No, Calendar is up. Koyangi just got on. Calendar is up. I think I screwed that up. Calendar is up. It didn't impact the play because the walk was off. I believe. I'll have to check the replay. I screwed that up either way. 7-10 is a ball in play. And 466 is an out. So 66 on a right is going to be a ground ball. Second. On a 1, batter out, all runners advance. So that is, that's going to be, no, that's not on there. All right, Stalmont is going to be pulled. It is 4-3. The Archers just took the lead. And we need to bring in a new reliever. Stalmont did not have a glorious performance. We're not going to bring him in. How about Jorge Alcala? So we will bring in Alcala. His fatigue is a 5 after entering the game. And Nick McLean is up. 1 for 2 with an intentional walk. 724 is a walk. So we now have bases loaded. And Alcala's fatigue is down to 4. We have bases loaded. Bennett is up 2 for 3. The 9th hitter in the order is 2 for 3. No RBI. 481 is a ball in play. And oh my goodness, this is going to be juicy. 014. He's a minus 11. So you take this number off here. So it would be a home run 0 to 19. It's still a 14. So Preston Bennett, who has absolutely no power and is a minus 11, reducing the home run down to 1 to a 19 chance, just hit a grand salami. One of the most unlikely things you would ever expect to occur, and it just happened. So Alcala is down to a 1. Perez is up. We're going to leave him in. It wouldn't be a baseball game without the unexpected happening. We have 2 catcher's errors and a grand salami by a guy who probably hits 1 home run a season. Ray Perez, 817, is a walk. Are you kidding me? Ray Perez walks 817, 818. He does not walk at all. And he gets a walk. Alcala is down to a 0. We need to take him out. And all of a sudden we have the 10th batter in the inning. We're going to bring in Cole Sands. All of a sudden, we are chewing through pitchers. Sands is a long inning. So Grimm is up. No, Anderson is up. Grimm is up next. And Grimm has had 2 bots stolen the base attempts, resulting in errors. Let's see if Josh Anderson can get on a ball in play. And 598. This is looking like they actually might get out of the inning. 98 is a ground out pitcher. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 runs, 8 to 3 Archers on a grand salami. Blackburn is down to 0, so we're going to have to pull him out of the game. We'll bring in Kyle Mueller, the bottom of the 7th. And he is he has some decent fatigue. All right, here we go. Bottom of the 7th inning, it is all of a sudden 8 to 3 Archers. Acevedo is 1 for 2 with a caught stealing. 147 is a ball in play. And 106 is a single. So leadoff single for the Firehawks. And Duke Benton is up. 0 for 2 with 2 whiffs. 883 strikeout. How about that? 3 strikeouts for Duke Benton. Eli Sheffield is up. 1 for 2 with a walk. And he has 800. Oh, that is a walk. So we have first and second. And we have Lennox up. Coley Lennox, 0 for 2 with a walk. He could get the Firehawks back in the game here if he... Oh, look at that, 752, another walk. So all of a sudden we have bases loaded with 1 out for Wade Landry, who hit a 3-run home run in the 3rd inning. It is 8 to 3. A grand salami here would bring them within 1. Mueller does not give up a lot of home runs. He's pretty average. Landry is not a crazy power hitter. That's a ball in play. Still a chance for a hit here. 642 is going to be an out. So 42 on a righty. Fly out center. And let's see if we have a chance for a advancement. 1 runner on second as the option, runner on third, advance. So we're not going to try to advance the runner on second. That is a fatigue point drop for Mueller because it's an earned run. It is 8-4. Sinclair is up. Sinclair has plenty of power. And there's runners on first and second. Sinclair is 1 for 3. 182 is going to be a ball in play. And 191, that is going to be an out. 91 on a lefty. Ground out third. So they get out of the inning with 1 run. 8-4. Cole Sands is pitching, and his fatigue is on 4. Grimm is up. Grimm has incredible speed. He is 2 for 4 with 2 walks. Surprisingly, 2 stolen base attempts and no stolen bases. And we have a 649 ball in play. 346 is going to be an out. 46 on a righty is a fly out right. Obando is a 121, which is a strikeout. 2 quick outs. Nick Thompson is up. 181, and that is a strikeout. So 1-2-3 inning. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Ramon Zamora is up. Kyle Mueller, we're going to leave him in. His fatigue's down to a 3. Zamora is 1 for 3. So 685 is going to be a ball in play. And 937, that could be a little bit juicy. That is a double for Zamora. Zamora leads off the inning with a double. Mueller's down to 2 fatigue points. And the Firehawks are not dead yet. Jesse Rames is up. He is 1 for 3 with a double. 0-48 is a strikeout. And Nico Ellington is 0 for 3 in the game. 232. Ball in play. 904. That has potential. That is going to be a single. So Ellington hits a single. He is a lefty, so that is going to go to right field. A single to right field. And there's only 1 out. 7 is an option. We're not going to score him here. We're not going to risk it. First and third. Do not want to risk the play at the plate. Acevedo is up. 2 for 3 is 523. That is a ball in play. And 789. That is not a hit. 89 on a lefty is going to be an out. That's a ground ball third. What do we got here? Ground ball third. And that is a double play. That is a double play. 5-4, double play, 5-4-3. So we go to the top of the 9th inning. And let's see. Mueller was pitching. His fatigue's down to 0, so we need to yank him. And let's see. We'll bring in Lucas Ursig. That is pitcher number 5. Okay, Ursig is facing. What am I doing? I brought in a pitch. I put the wrong pitcher in. Ursig. We made a mistake here, so. I got confused and brought on a pitcher for the wrong team. Sands is still in the game. So let me just scratch that. We got a little twisted around. I'm a little bit tired after a long work day and forgot who was up. Kiyangi is up. Sands is still pitching. Sands has 3 fatigue points. Okay. Ursig, when he comes in the bottom of the inning, will have 4. So we'll scratch out our sloppy scoring card. 035. We do not have a park in this game, so we're going to go with ball and play. 578, that's out. 78 is a ground out shortstop, 1 gone. It is 8-4, top of the 9th inning. Tony Callender is up yet again for the 5th time. He is 1 for 4. 581 is a ball and play. And 020 is a double. Callender doubles off Sands. That brings up McLean, who was 1 for 3 with a walk. No, he is 1 for 2 with a walk and an intentional walk. 158 is a strikeout. That's 2 outs. And here is the star of the game, Preston Bennett, 3 for 4 with a grand slam. 703 is going to be a ball and play. And 558, that's going to be an out. 58 is a ground out. 3-1. I want to show you something before we move on to the final at bat here. Preston Bennett, the star of the game, he is just an average hitter. Maybe hits 240, maybe 1 to 2 home runs a year. Not a great on-base percentage. You might have a 310, 300 on-base percentage. He is absolutely killing it in this game. So Ursig is pitching. Duke Benton is up 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts. It is 8-4. And let's see what we have here. 789. I thought we were going to get another strikeout. That's a ball and play. And 536. 36 on a righty is a flyout center. So 1 gone. 2 chances left for the Firehawks to mount a comeback. 089 is a strikeout. We are down to our final out. Lennox is up. Coley Lennox. He is 0 for 2 with 2 walks. So 849 is a strikeout, and that, my friends, is the ball game. The first game done, complete, using the fictional batters. Let me just bring the score card over for everyone to take a look. The first game with fictional batters, high leverage baseball. I would say it was an entertaining success. So, messy scorecard, but let's see. 8 runs, 4 runs, so 8-4 Archers. Okay, the Archers have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 hits. And how many outs? Just to double check. 1, 2, 3 outs. And the Firehawks, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 hits. And we did not have an error. We did not. So the Archers, 8 runs, 10 hits, no errors. The Firehawks, 4 runs, 9 hits, 3 errors, 2 catcher throwing errors. And that is it. Thank you guys for watching. Let me know if you have any questions on the game. Please head over to the High Leverage Baseball community. Follow along. And if you're interested in the game, I would love to have you join the High Leverage world. Thank you guys for watching.